Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today, a couple thousand miles away.
Yeah, I'm not really with you, but I'm here. I'm not even here. I'm here where I am, not where you are.
You're with me in spirit.
Kyle McIntyre. I don't even know if I'm with you in spirit.
But
yeah, I ain't got that kind of. I don't have that many miles on my traveler's card, dude.
You're not that. Yeah.
I can't split it up, dude.
You're not well traveled enough.
No. The only spirit you have is probably like what? Just whiskey or anything?
The Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirits.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh shit, Jesus.
So I'm training at a facility out here at our headquarters. So
for your
new job I was talking about.
New job, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So they they really care about training their employees. They don't want you going out into the field and fucking up something. So
yeah.
The hotels pay. They get food. They're
movie stars.
I feel like I probably gained 5 pounds. I'm like,
what are they like?
Probably more. I don't know. I don't have a scale with me, but like, man, like they are all about eating. They're like, so like they have the lunch. They're like
the grandmas of the corporate world. They're like,
exactly.
we don't want you to go hungry.
We don't want you writing a bad Yelp review that we didn't feed you. So
yeah,
we've never had one that you've been overfed. So
yeah,
we'll just keep doing that. No, so like they feed us breakfast, lunch, and then they give you like a voucher for dinner. Christ, I mean it's good, but like, whoa.
What kind of food is it? Kind of just.
That's like generic kind of for breakfast.
American
eggs,
food,
bacon, sausage. Yeah, all American stuff. Yeah, lunch today was turkey, mashed potatoes.
For lunch?
Yeah, for lunch.
That's a hell of a lunch.
Yeah.
See, harken back to an old episode. Lunch is a good meal. Lunch is a good meal.
But like.
Luckily we're separated by all these miles. You'd be like throw your beer at me.
There's no table to jump across.
Yeah. You just like leap through the air and you're like Goku,
like a missile.
Throw a fly in through.
Yeah. Man, but it is cold here.
I bet.
It was.
They actually have like seasons over there, huh?
Yeah. So like right now it's like 15 degrees. Earlier, it was 12 degrees with a wind chill of -6.
What the fuck?
So it was, the wind, so like it was like blowing like 30 miles an hour, and it just pulled the heat right out of you. It's amazing. How it feels like you're a screen door, and the wind just blows right through you. It's crazy. But I brought like a jacket and wool socks and stuff, but like I'm wearing like thin pants. And so, but. So they right across the street. My hotel's right across the street from Mall of America. Have you heard of that before?
Oh yeah.
So it's picture like a theme park, right? And then around the theme park is a mall, and they put a roof on it.
Our malls in indoor malls,
are like all open.
Yeah,
our weather's if it gets over like 80 degrees, people whine about it. If it gets below like 45, people like are debilitated. But that's like the only thing to do is like, oh shit, well, let's go to the mall, because the mall is literally a theme park. It's like
it's like a destination kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's 4 stories high. There's like, I was noticing like we don't have Spencer's at our malls in San Diego. I
think we have there's like one in one mall.
Yeah, they're very few and far between, right? So they have one.
Isn't that like the douchebag store where it's like okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, okay, so I guess I should say they have one and they have another one. They have 2 inside this mall.
This mall is like we know there's a bunch of fucking douchebags over here.
Yeah, it's like they split the rent with like a Hot Topic or something. They put a wall between them or something.
Yeah, that seems like the same kind of store, right?
There's 2 Oakley stores. There's a lot of repeats.
Is that like Starbucks over here?
Yeah.
Where it's like but there's a Starbucks in a mall or like a shopping center, and then you go to Vons.
One inside a store, like a Vons. There's one across the street from the mall. You know, it's like sometimes there's 3 in like the same area.
Yeah. But they like that with Spencer's and Oakley's.
I guess.
Do people still wear Oakley's?
I don't. I'm sure they do.
What kind of sunglasses?
Around here they do, apparently. They can have 2 stores.
Do you wear cheap sunglasses, or do you get like a pair that you like
hold on to? Well, mine are usually prescriptions, so they have to be, 1,
that's the way to go.
Not stylish, and
really?
2, you know, something that breaks in a year.
No. I got my Wayfarers, my Ray-Bans. Those are prescription.
Yeah, those are nice.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. So let me finish my thought on this. Right. So the stores that you do need to find, there's only 1 in the mall, and it's so confusing to try and find it since it's like 4 levels. They're all terraced, so you're trying to find level 3, but you're 4 stories off the ground, but it's level 3.
Yeah, it's like your princess is in another castle kind of thing.
Yeah, I was trying to find a Walgreens to find a notebook so I could take notes. Because I left mine at home because I'm an idiot.
Oh, God damn it.
And I'm like, I cannot find this fucking place. I'm losing it. And then I missed the shuttle coming back to the hotel because they have like a free shuttle.
Okay.
So first night I walked home in like 30-degree weather. And then I was like, okay, it wasn't so bad. So I walked home again in like 27-degree weather. And then I'm like, I'm not going to do that tonight. So
yeah,
it's really, really cold. But yeah, it's been good experience. I do have like a gear what's new, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we didn't even really get in, like, that is your what's new. You're over there, but you actually
I'm living it still.
You're in the thick.
It's so new. It's like happening.
You're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a gear what's new. What's that?
I got a DS1 synth mod, so it was modded already, and I got it for a good price. Just a DS1.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh wow, this guy really worked hard on. You know, I looked up what a synth mod was, and I couldn't find like the actual schematic
of like how to do it.
I could every time I looked at like a schematic or like the circuit board, people just showed it from the top where you actually see the components. I'm like,
they show you a picture of the pedal like with it all closed up. You're like, it's a synth mod. I'm like, I saw you put a fucking switch and LED. What is inside of it?
Yeah. So I popped it open, and there's literally just a wire that runs between the IC chip and like a resistor. So it adds something else to the circuit. It just adds another leg to it. It's stupid.
Really? They didn't change anything?
I kind of overpaid for that. If that, like, when I thought, like, oh man, I got a good deal. This didn't have any of the switches. Like,
there's no
there's no switches like you'd have on like the Keeley synth mod.
There's no op amp change or anything like that, or anything crazy like that.
The original IC. Nothing has been changed. It's only been that little jumper cable that's been added. So that kind of pissed me off. But you know what? The thing sounds good. I didn't spend like, oh well, this is a synth mod, I'm gonna pay $100 for it. No, I got it for like, it was like 55. Okay, so that's
a little
more. That's more.
Yeah,
but it's still not like, oh my god,
it's okay, like an extra like $20. It's like, it's like, expensive 6-pack kind of money,
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah,
not too bad. But
I felt stupid once I realized what he did.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people like would open that and like they don't think, or they wouldn't open it. They'd be like, it sounds good, so it is good. Because
my idea was like, I couldn't find one, and I think I had spotted that as like a synth mod, and I'm like, that's not right. There's no switches, there's nothing, and then I'm like, oh well, whoever modded this, they didn't put the switches that just does the synth mod only. It doesn't have, go back to the original settings like the switches allow you to do.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty good.
I don't really care. Yeah, it sounds really good, and I popped it open to do my reverse engineering on it. I was going to see, what did they change? Well, I'm like, fuck.
One thing. Well, I mean, but you're trying to do like what, the JCM 800 mod plus the synth mod on that?
Yeah. So I think I may mod it now that there's nothing that's been changed to it.
Yeah.
Or maybe what I'll do is take my JCM and just jump it and see how it sounds.
Yeah, to see if you can be like, okay, maybe add some.
You're not going to hurt it by just running an extra wire, Yeah.
Or if you can like maybe
that may.
take a switch to like, oh, this side is the JCM 800 and this side is the DS1 or the synth mod.
Yeah, maybe I could put a switch on it to run the synth mod when I wanted it.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. Something that would be pretty cool. So just check it out. I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. Just got to put like a dip switch, not dip switch, but like a toggle.
Yeah, that'd be really cool actually, because you can get a good sounding DS1. Because they sound okay the way they are, but with the JCM 800 mod,
yeah,
it sounds
Which, by the way, my JCM modded pedal is in Iowa right now. I actually sent that as like a bonus pedal with to
Saucier.
Yeah, Saucier. Yeah, so I sent a bunch of MXR pedals, and I sent that just to like, why the fuck not,
Yeah,
as a little surprise.
Friend of the show. He's definitely more into the boutique kind of world and like praise and worship and stuff like that. So he's never experienced MXR pedals. You send him a little care package of MXR. I think some of the best ones actually.
I guess part of my what's new also. Yeah. Still.
You're like, what's new?
What's new for him?
Yeah, what's new is I'm negative pedals.
Yeah.
One of my pedals he has. He's got my carbon copy. So
you got your carbon copy.
Yeah. No, it's
he has my Phase 90 GTOD. I sent the chorus and Blue Box. So I'm 5.
Yeah.
MXR pedals and then that extra DS1 JCM.
Yeah, that's a good little rig.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of cool if he sets up like that as a board. Be like, and does like, like praise and worship with like just basic pedals, and everybody's like, man, you sound so good today. I was gonna say, you sound so fucking good today, and they would not say that.
Flipping.
You sound so flipping good today.
You sound so flubbing good today.
Yeah,
it almost sounds like you're saying fucking still. Flubbing. Yeah.
So what pedals are you using? Oh, I'm using these, and people's just heads explode.
Fudge me sideways. Yeah, I don't think people say that.
Oh, fudge me sideways. They say that in the church.
It's so funny. Like you still can't use those kind of words because you're still saying
but you're
it,
still
basically.
Like suggesting that the certain things or actions.
Well, fudge me till next Wednesday. Well, that's my what's new. What's new with you?
All right, so I'm gonna take your lead here, and I'm gonna do like a non-gear, and then do a gear.
Spider.
I'll allow it this time. Just this once.
Just this once, and every other
honestly,
time
like you're so far away. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, fight me, dude.
So
I can still hang up.
Yeah,
you can do this all on your own.
I do this all damn day.
I already talked about what I wanted to talk about. That's me.
I do like Bill Burr style. It's Brian Gower's Monday morning podcast.
Jeez, I don't think we'd have this many listeners. People listen for Jesus. Me. So
all right, so I got a bunch of new Nikes. I got all new boots.
You got Nikes like Mike?
Yeah, it was for Christmas. I got it from the family. I got it from myself. A gift to myself.
Okay.
Got all new. I got 4 new pairs of shoes. So I'm all stoked. I'm like I'm like at, when I'm running, when I'm at work, I'm happy feet. I'm kind of like the penguin, but like less cute. I got like, I got new. I like to have like almost like shoes for like different occasions. I like to have those, like how you have different guitars for different occasions. I got but they're all Nikes. You're like, God damn it.
I'm just killing your like you're trying to relate with people. I'm like,
yeah, nobody fucking does that. Nobody has more guitars.
If you're talking to someone, it's not me.
Yeah. So it's like when people have more MXR pedals, like super badasses for some reason, for different occasions. You know? And you're like, cha-ching,
dude. I totally get it now.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting it in perspective. I can understand.
I can understand. I got like different shoes for like the treadmill, for like when I road running, and for like work. Yeah. And like they're all Nikes. I'm super stoked.
Dang.
And specifically I got the Air Zoom Wild Horse shoes for the trail running shoes for when we go.
My horse noise I came across. Probably didn't.
No, I think it's good. I got it. But for when we go hiking, because this is the new year, Kyle, New Year's resolution. We're gonna start going on more hikes. Johnny's already he said it on the air that he wants to go, so we're gonna reel him into it. So it'll be fun. If we go like once or twice a month, let's go for a good hike. You got a couple in mind, so we'll do those. But I got my new shoes, my new kicks. I'm having a ball. I love it. There's like my favorite ones are like the Nike. Hot tip for everybody here: the Nike Lunar Epics.
Yeah,
they're like it feels like you're wearing. It's like it feels like you're wearing slippers, like wrestling shoes. They're just so soft. I feel like I'm walking on clouds, basically. And I'm like, these are my
wrestling shoes where they're like all one color leather.
Yeah, it's like it's like it reminds me of like the Seinfeld episode where it's like it's like Elaine, she's trying to like creep around her office. She's like, Elaine, you can't creep around. You stomp around like a Clydesdale. It's like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, you can't creep up on anybody. You stomp around like a Clydesdale. What you need is wrestling shoes. So she starts like wearing those around the office just to be quiet because they're all cushiony. And so anyways, but I have a gear deal here.
Okay.
I did this past weekend. I made a little demo video. It was pretty impromptu. Made a demo video of the Canalia. Our boy Sean Wright from Lollygagged Effects. His Canalia, the one that you bought.
It's my Canalia. So this is kind of my gear.
Yeah.
This is where I wipe my what's new still. Keep going.
It's your gear made by Sean. Handmade deal. No, it's really cool. And I just wanted to like take the piss out of him a little bit because I know how much he hates like, amp modelers and digital amp modelers and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I have my Fractal. I'm going to try it. And he was like, well, it's only going to make that piece of shit sound better. And I tried it. It sounded great. It sounded fucking good. And I was like, dude, let me make like a quick snippet of this or something. He's like, oh, well, give it a shot. I think he said he hasn't heard anything of his pedal being on.
Where'd you post that? Did you post that on Instagram?
It's on Instagram, and I put it in the Facebook group. So join the group.
Just a reference if someone wants to listen to it.
Yeah, I was like, I just did like a quick like 1 minute because I'm like, I'm not going to be like, here's my demo video. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to fucking do that. It's just like here's
Santana shit.
Yeah. here's a quick snippet of it. A minute. That's all you need. Sounds good. See ya. Bye.
It sounded really good.
And I'm like,
thanks for doing that for me.
Yeah. Kyle posted this pretty much. I was pretty stoked on that. I made a patch in my Axe Effects. I've been diving, I'm like I say every week, I've been diving more and more into this thing and just like getting the sounds out of it. And I made a good patch that is like, I made it like, I don't know. I wanted to make like a pedal platform.
Yeah.
And I made it with, I found, you can do 2 amps at once with 2 different cabs. So you can have like 2 amps with 4 cabs going at the same time. I was like, why not?
Now, could you run that stereo into headphones?
Yes.
Can you? Oh, damn. That would be so cool.
Which actually, I'll go into that in a second. But let me go into my clean or my pedal platform patch. It's a Fender Deluxe Reverb with vintage 30s. And then
nice.
And greenbacks. And then also...
That's crazy that you can go in and change that shit.
And then
you change the knobs on the front of it too? Yeah,
you can change the knobs. You can change... you can change the tubes in it.
I mean, actually, like, change the color of the knobs or like...
Oh, no. Yeah, no. You can actually change what tubes are in the amp. So you can take a Fender Deluxe Reverb and if you wanted to put EL34s in it for some reason. Or you can just change the amp if you really wanted to. And then I have a Vox AC30 like hand wired going into like a blue, Celestian blues and silverbacks. And I'm like, it kind of gets the mids, scoops, and like the high and lows out of the Fender, and it gets the like mid hump out of the AC30 blended together. It's a really good sound. And I'm like, it's like kind of like one of them's at the edge of breakup and the other one's pretty clean. And I was like, I like the way it sounds. I'm like, I wonder if the Canalia is going to sound good. So I was just like with headphones on through my studio monitors. I'm like, woo, this sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty damn good. Let me try this. And I kept playing more and more. I'm like, you know what? I just like messaged Sean and I was like, you know what? This sounds fucking good, dude. I think I'm going to do. He's like, give it a shot. I'm pretty interested. So I did it. And he's like, wow, it sounds great. I'm like, I loved it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try shooting a video for it. Because, you know, I'm not going to do like, I don't know, anything super crazy. I just did a still, a shot over the pedal and like me clicking things on and off and twisting knobs or whatever.
Yeah.
It sounded good. It sounds great for punk rock. It's not, it's like super like mid lows goodness. It's not twangy bullshit. It's just it's rocking. It's a rocking fucking pedal.
Super thick, right? It thickens up the sound.
It's thick with 2 C's. It's basically like he can take a digital amp. Like his whole thing is like taking your amp and giving it just more of a, you know,
that Canalia with 2 C's. You know what I'm saying?
The Canalia with 2 C's. Yeah, it sounds good. I like it. It's his gain changer. Not the game changer, the game changer. And it sounded good. And I'm like, the thing is, it's like he talks about it with amps, but it works with digital amps too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, you were talking about stereo and stuff like that. I mean, there's stereo effects you can do with the Axe effects too. And I was diving into it yesterday, like a lot, like several hours. So it's like there's a patch on my DD500 that I've been talking about. Like one of the biggest reasons I've been holding on to my DD500 is because I have this patch,
I gotta
which
mess
is like
with that thing.
Like I'll probably give it to you to try mess around with. Like there's a pattern delay, like it kind of just like this thing, and we wrote like an intro.
Like a random pattern or like a...
No, it's like it's specific. It goes like it basically goes. Oh
yeah. I know that sound. You have a song that goes like that, right?
Yeah, we have like a song intro for our song Spineless on our album.
Yeah.
It's like we play it live or like we jam it, and it's like, oh cool, we do the intro. I'm like, I don't have my pedal.
Don't have the DD500.
I don't have my pedal, so we can't do it. Yeah. And it's basically you hit one note, and it does the. I'm only hitting one note, and basically you and Brian are doing the rest of like the crazy stuff.
Yeah, we'll pick up on those repeats and play something.
And you guys are doing crazy stuff. So for me, it's kind of a boring thing. I'll maybe play with my modulation and just stuff like that. But to me, I'm like, my effect is dictating the song, which is something like I wanted to be like on. But I'm like, it's actually kind of cool. Oh no, that's stupid. You hear that tweeter? But no, it's something that I'm like, no, if it's something just for like a song or whatever, I'm like, let the effect dictate it a little bit if you want. I'm like, because it's like we're writing together and playing. I'm like, I don't need to be the star and be like, oh yeah, always like strumming around crazy. I'm like, I can just go coming in at the right times and just playing to my delay. Anyway, so one of the reasons I've been holding on to my DD500 is because I'm like, that pattern. And I, for the longest time, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can recreate that in my fractal. I can do it in my fractal. I can do my fractal. I'm like, and so I was like, you know what? It's going to fucking do it. So I sat down and I was able to, like, because I have the BPM mapped out to the song, Spineless. I wrote the patch to mimic the BPM of the song for, Pro Tools when we recorded it. So I'm like, cool. And so, like, if I played that would match exactly like the BPM to the song, whatever, yada yada, to the bridge. If I could, do that live, that'd be, it'd be an interesting sounding opening to the song or something like that, or maybe like in between songs we kind of do that and build up into the faster punk song. It's 224 BPM, so it's pretty fast, but like the song is played like halftime. I think it's even like. It's played like quarter time, actually.
Well, the
opening part.
The opening part.
The opening like riff that we're doing is like quarter time. And then so I was like, I had to like map it out. And so I'm like, my notes are actually whole notes that I'm like, and I'm actually doing my main note is a quarter note, or sorry, a half note. Or no, that's my, I had to figure it out. It's all like dotted half notes, whole notes, and like dotted quarter notes are like my repeats and stuff like that. I had to map it all out and stuff like that. And I was like,
I'm already lost.
Yeah. And it's like, you think about it with like, it's been fun. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure the DD500 is going to be hitting the market because I don't need it anymore. I have a FX8 and I have a Fractal Axe FX. They're hitting the chopping block. So Kyle, maybe
I don't care.
Maybe I'll let you check it out and see if you want to get that.
I fucking care.
See if you want it for a steal here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So you can have a ball, and I think it might be fun to give you that pedal for a while, So you can kind of deal with like a computer in a box delay.
Yeah, and see if I really want to make a jump to Strymon or maybe I get more of those boss ones.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a really great pedal, but I found out, I can get all that in my Fractal. But let's get into some topics. You ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so it's a long what's news, but we got some topics here, and this one is kind of your deal. Kind of goes with you. Your jet set life here, Kyle. What you got for me?
So I was, traveling like one does when you move from one place to another.
Yeah.
The definition.
You're like, Webster's describes traveling as.
It's like a shitty like high school presentation. So
I hope I get a gold star for this and don't fail.
This is for my senior project.
My dad is gonna beat the shit out of me if I.
Jesus Christ. So I was, in a rush to get to the airport because I didn't really read my ticket closely and I didn't see what time I was leaving. I was an idiot. Anyways, I made it on time. I'm here, obviously.
Yeah.
But I grabbed food like in the airport, and I grabbed like a bag of almonds. I grabbed some food. So this is about like food to travel with, basically. It's just like a quick, like.
Yeah, you got to feel the body and feel the mind. So you got to travel and you need some.
So like I said, I grabbed like almonds. I grabbed a water bottle. I grabbed Pop-Tarts. I grabbed some things. Just on the plane. Maybe I want a snack. It's only like a 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah, but a man gets hungry.
A man's got to eat.
Man's got to eat. No cheeseburgers on that one?
No. And I didn't want to pay for the food on the plane, because it's like, oh, here's a pre-packed meal. It's pita and hummus. It'll make you want to take a shit halfway through the flight. It's got a lot of fiber in it.
Have you ever been into one of those?
Oh my God, yeah, worst. Like such a
like I've never been to one of those bathrooms. I kind of wanted to just to like be in there once, and I was like, with my size, it just nothing goes your way. Okay, it's just not. I'm not going to get into it, but it's not fun. Yeah, I think one of the last flights I was on was like from like the Bay Area to San Diego, so it wasn't that long. But I was like I was like in between two people. I was like, I don't want to be the asshole just to be in there to be like. I've never been in a bathroom like the airplane bathroom before.
Dropping a deuce is the worst. This is the worst thing.
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. Damn it.
Yeah. There's no relaxing in a place like that. So, anyway, so this segment is just about what flies, basically. What travels.
The best travel. Like I think that also works for us. Or bands and musicians. What's the best tour food?
Yeah. It's not just flying, but that was just kind of funny
and best like road trip food. If you're like you're taking the clan out there like on the road trip,
Yeah, maybe we can do some good. What are some good foods to travel with?
Road trip foods. You're taking the clan out to Wally World, and the family
maybe
roadster.
Get
what's
a couple
what's good?
Sticks of jerky.
Yeah, jerky. That's a good one.
You're gonna snap into a Slim Jim, maybe.
But if you're going like, if you're going on longer days. I think for a couple more days, like if you're going on tour, peanut butter and bread. You don't have to refrigerate that shit. Nope, that's totally good. I think anything you don't have to refrigerate. We haven't done it.
Slap peanut butter in a tortilla.
In a tortilla.
You could slap
in a bread.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yep.
And then I was.
You could just lick it off a spoon.
One thing we didn't do that I was like, I was totally thinking about, I'm like those Starkist like tuna packs. Like tuna packets?
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Good. I wouldn't eat it in the car.
No. You'd be like the asshole who like makes fish in your lunch break room and everyone in the whole fucking store knows it.
Man, yeah, you would like drop just a small little piece, it would roll under, you would notice it, and it'd be that's what would throw the whole trip off. Is a little chunk of rotting fish. So maybe that's a good and bad traveling food.
Yeah, like get it, but like don't
be responsible.
Be responsible with your tuna and your fish.
Yeah. Drink your beer, and then after that, be responsible with your tuna.
Yeah. Beer, obviously, that's always a must for travel. You got to have your beers. Road beers.
Shit. Yeah, road sodies.
Yeah, no, like I think like I'm always a big like Chex Mix is a good one.
That'd be good. Let's see. Fruits and vegetables, sometimes those don't work out, you know.
No, bananas are good. Bananas are solid.
I mean, I know you're gonna stack that on your peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter and banana.
I think everyone already knows that you're a peanut butter and banana guy.
Oh, that's
you're that guy at the party. Like people are like, yeah, that's the peanut butter and banana dude. Sometimes he puts honey on it too. He's a fucking weirdo.
I used to fuck with peanut butter and honey a lot.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Who didn't? I mean,
oh man,
that shit's good.
Back when I was a kid, like it wasn't peanut butter and jelly, it was peanut butter and honey, and it was like, you know, get all like kind of like crystallized, crusty on the bread. I loved it. I was like, oh man, I was so stoked.
Yeah,
and just sitting in the like your lunch pail all like for like what 4 hours, something like that, and you're like, fuck, yeah. I'm so stoked for this. What'd you learn today? I don't know. I was just paying attention.
I have a tummy ache though.
That fucking sandwich you made. Thanks, Mom.
What's something else? I mean, I'm not just something that's at a gas station, but something that maybe travels well that you can make at home or whatever. But what else you got?
Let's see. Honey roasted peanuts.
Oh yeah,
that's the fucking best. And honestly, I've never seen those, like Planters honey roasted peanuts. I've never seen those in like the tub. I want like a fucking like, you know, big old Costco sized tub. You always get like the
bag, like the little short.
Yeah, and like I want a big old huge tub of that. You know,
yeah, that's what planning ahead gets you. You got to hit up Costco Business Center.
Costco Business, okay.
You get like 8 pounds of that specific one because you know they got it. Planters, it's always Planters.
Yeah, those
honey roasted. Those are consistently good.
Everybody likes honey roasted peanuts. If you don't like peanuts, you like honey roasted peanuts. And so you're gonna like everybody in the van or in the car is gonna love those.
I can tell you who doesn't like.
They're gonna think you're a fucking hero. Who?
People with peanut allergies.
Oh, okay, God damn it.
I mean, they may like the taste, but they probably don't like that.
For them, it's gonna be worth it. They're gonna be like, "What a way to go!" Shit. Nah.
Well, okay. So those are some good ones, I guess, but like bad ones. Let me just tell you. So I got my almonds, which that would be another good one, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got your protein. You just chuck them back in your mouth. You just gotta make sure you chew them so you don't choke. I'm not speaking from experience.
You try and swallow them like they're pills.
Well, sometimes, like when you chew on them, the actual meat of the nut, right, separates from the skin, right? So the skin like gets stuck on the back of your throat or somewhere. You drink something, it moves and sticks to your tonsils or something. Oh man,
you're fucked.
Yeah, that's when you know you fucked up.
You fucked up, boy.
So that Pop-Tart. Okay. That's the mistake in this. Okay, there's two reasons why, but the first one's probably obvious. Is it's a item that it's fragile. You know.
Yeah.
So you buy it, you probably eat it right away.
It's precious cargo.
Yeah. So I put it in the bag. I get on the plane and put it in the little sleeve in front of me. I'm like, oh, I'll have this, at some point.
This will be a nice little treat.
Yeah, no problem, right?
Yeah.
I didn't eat it then, and I grabbed it, getting off the plane, put it in my backpack, get to the hotel finally after taking a shuttle, waiting for it, pack it. I'm like, oh, you know what would be really nice for now? That Pop-Tart. It's in the back of my mind. I've been thinking about it this whole time, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think about. Is Pop-Tart.
What flavor?
So, it's that brown sugar.
How come you taste so good? Yeah.
Oh, those are I love them. Anyways, I pulled it out, and this thing is like soft as a pillow. Like
You're
it's been
it's
pulverized.
It's just powder.
This didn't even go on like a bag. Like I didn't check a bag with it in it. This was on my like
your carry on.
Was in my reach the whole time.
Do they come individually packed or they come two per?
There were two.
Oh shit! Still.
So I mean, I ate. Yeah, there were two in that pack. So I still ate the bastard. Okay, it was. I needed like a spoon.
Yeah.
But all right.
You gotta open it up like maybe the top off, and then you gotta like pour it in your mouth. Yeah.
And pour it in your mouth.
Oh, it's like getting the last bit of chips. Yeah. You always gotta like tap the bag instead of get it all the crumbs. Yeah. But you do that the whole way through. There's no solid.
Just added milk. I should just added milk to it. And
fuck! Now there's an idea.
Pop-Tart cereal.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the second reason that traveling with that particular type of food is not good. There's no fucking toaster anywhere that you go.
Yeah, you can do it without.
I bought it at a. Okay, hold on. I mean, this is like the number one reason I think that you would originally think it'd be bad. Or when you look at it in the store, you go, "Yeah, well, there's not a toaster. Why would I buy that?" But I fucking did. So, anyways, you buy something that at a store that they don't have a toaster. You get on a plane that doesn't have a toaster. You come to a hotel that doesn't have a toaster. But I still ate it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still good, but it was like just two bad decisions, I think, or two reasons not to buy that.
Yeah.
But I did it.
So I
didn't listen to my heart.
So you guys gotta, follow, Kyle's word here. He's lived it and loved it. But,
yeah, it was still good, but like, I don't know if it was worth it. Still good, but I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah, so just head over to the Facebook group and join and let us know. Join in on the fun and let us know what are the best and worst foods to travel with.
You can't say McRib, okay?
Yeah,
McRibs don't. They're messy, okay, but those are still good. You gotta sit down and just know that you're gonna get it all over your face and your hands. So that's. Still a good travel food.
But let's get into some gear stuff. So, NAMM is coming up hot and fast. Well, you have some winter NAMM 2019. Can you believe it? 2019.
Dang, it's already here.
Yeah, we're living in it. What are some NAMM predictions you have? We honestly like. We're not really privy to a lot of information, so we're just kind of like, fuck it, we're going.
Shots in the dark or like
or things that not predictions, things that we want. This is predictions was a bad thing. These are wants and dreams. This is what we always do for every NAMM. This is the shit that we.
For me, it's not like, oh, I have a feeling this is going to happen. It's more like I see a need for it in the industry, or a hole.
If people would listen to us for fucking once, and put this out. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah. Oh, Jesus!
I got one. I'll start it off. I'll kick this bastard off. Fender, okay, a Jazzmaster bass.
Jazzmaster bass. What would that
look? Cool.
So pretty much as a Jazzmaster, but bigger.
Yeah, it would be like. Styled like a Jazzmaster instead of like
so like a jazz bass.
No,
you fucker.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Like a jazz, almost like a jazz bass, but with the B90s
pickup or pickups.
The B90s.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be cool. Okay, fine. You don't think it is as cool as I do?
Not with the B90.
Like the Sarek B90s would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess. But
all right, more for you.
No, I think in my head there's a difference between a jazz bass and a Jazzmaster bass.
Okay.
I think what I see is like fewer controls. You have like 8 or 9 knobs on a fucking jazz bass. Not really. But
you have 3.
Yeah, you have 3. I don't know. With I guess I don't know. Are they single coils on a jazz bass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
I picture like with that big like.
I guess like with my jazz bass, because you're not normally playing conventional jazz basses. I have mine just set up to a single volume, so you can't get the neck and bridge pickups. But when you do only the bridge, only the neck, you can hear buzz because they are single coil. But when you put them both together, that bucks the hum because I think they're wired in parallel, so like they cancel each other out with the noise. But
so I guess what I'm thinking of is you have like almost like a humbucker, like that size of a pickup.
Yeah,
like you know how on a Music Man, your Stingray. So I picture like one of those, in the bridge position, but still on the pickup.
Yeah.
Still on the pick guard.
Gotcha.
And then, I don't know if you would want like that jazz circuit looking thing, but I don't know. It's just an idea. I mean, I think someone else makes something similar to it. It's not obviously called a Jazzmaster bass. I think he'd probably get sued, but
yeah, it'd be kind of cool if Fender did it.
Yeah, it'd be cool because I mean they have the damn the technology.
Yeah, we have the technology.
They should build it.
Nice. I was thinking, since Wampler has been on the kind of kick, recently with mini pedals.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Tumnus, they have the Ego Mini Comp, they have the DB Plus Mini, and they have the Spring Reverb. They should do more of their pedals in mini form. So I was thinking, the new, this is more of a Wish thing. They just released the Pantheon, which is like their take on a blues breaker, which is like way more shit than a blues breaker has. And I was like, fuck, that's really cool. But I'm like, man, if that was in a mini form, that would be really cool.
Well, he'll rework a lot of his pedals. I mean, he has a lot of his pedals in mini form.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, that, or if like, Wampler did a mini fuzz pedal. Like these mini pedals are still pretty cool because like you can like kick them on. I like them because I'm like, dude, you can have just so many pedals on a board just if you have mini pedals. But I'm like, or if you wanted to have just like one effect that you don't use all the time to make it mini form and put it in the, the corner or whatever, and you stomp on it here and there. And it doesn't take up so much space. So if he did like one of his fuzz pedals or a fuzz pedal mini form, I think that would be really cool. And also I was thinking,
which one were you thinking of actually for the, he's got a couple different fuzzes, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool if he does his like frustration, but he's not going to do that one just came out. And that one's like a full on type of deal. I don't know, like Velvet Fuzz or something mini style, I guess would be kind of cool. I was also thinking like, a chorus vibrato. I've seen on their Instagram, they've, been teasing some like, chorus vibrato pedals, like, like in the demo form.
Yeah.
When they've been like, promoting some of their other stuff. And I was like, they used to do the Nirvana chorus, which I don't think it was vibrato. Maybe it was, but it was a little while ago back when he first was doing pedals. I'm like, what if he came up, back with that, like a more fucking full on type of deal. And so I think that's what I'm kind of guessing something like that. Like, not that I'm really hoping for it. I'm hoping for more mini stuff from him.
I had a couple Boss pedals that I think be cool to see. More of like that Waza kind of line.
Oh yeah, they're kind of doing that trend.
Yeah, they made 2 of them. They released 2 this year, at least that I know of.
Yeah.
But what about an HM2 Waza? Like, they have...
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about it before.
We've covered this before.
Like, why don't they do that in a Waza?
Maybe we also talked about they probably wouldn't do it because they,
did the metal zone or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do it later on, but the HM2 is kind of rare. It's also, was it 18 volts, right?
I think it was 12.
12, okay.
That's what made it like not pedal board friendly.
Yeah. So you'd have to do a Waza and you can do it 9 volt, right? So that would already be like a plus. but it would lower probably it probably wouldn't. It wouldn't degrade the price, I don't think, of the original HN2s.
Yeah.
Because this is already going to be expensive for a Waza. Well, not expensive, but more than. I don't know.
Yeah, they have
money here, but
they're like are a decent price for those pedals, like for Waza new, and so like I don't know. I don't think like Boss kind of gives a shit. They're like, what are our used ones selling for? I hope they retain their value.
Yeah, I'm like, I think they really give a fuck.
They're more concerned is like, let's sell more pedals,
Yeah.
And they've been doing that, and they've been killing it. I'm like, one of the ones I'm like, I still really want a DM2W. I still want one. Even though I don't fucking need it. I don't fucking need another analog delay pedal. But
I had another Boss pedal.
Oh yeah.
The FZ2, that'd be kind of cool as a Waza. The Hyper Fuzz. Yeah,
that's a really popular one. I was like,
yeah. I've actually never played one. I just know that people drop that name all the time. I'm like, okay.
One of my favorites, Pete Thorne. I think that's one he uses on his board. It's a Hyper Fuzz.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit.
That'd be cool.
I think it's like 2 different fuzz circuits that you can blend into each other. It's like that's what the deal is. I'm like, why didn't they do that?
Why?
I don't know why they don't do that now.
Yeah.
So I think the FZ5 is kind of bullshit.
It's like that really fake sound. No, not. I don't know. Thin sounding.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's like a very desirable fuzz that they have out. I had one about Marshall.
Okay.
Brand we all know, we all love. But, they've kind of like hit or miss with the market. They kind of came in and out of it the past couple of years with smaller amps. A lot of people are using smaller wattage amps. Marshall, they're the big boys. 100-watt amps. Yeah. They're the half stacks. They're the full stacks. The Yingwei Malmsteen deals. But I was thinking more people are doing, 1x12s. They're doing like a 2x12 cab with a head. Like, just like, or bringing heads to a gig and sharing cabs.
Uh-huh.
Like we've talked about before. That's a smart thing to do. Somebody brings a cab and everybody shares it. And really, honestly, for most gigs, 2x12 is all you're really going to need.
Yeah, because they're going to mic it, if your guitar, obviously.
Yeah. And then, I was thinking Marshall, I'm like a 25, 30-watt JCM 800. I think that would be cool. Fucking cool. Like something of that, like, style. Something of that flavor. Because, like, they recently...
of that, like, voice, like, that kind of...
Yeah. Because they recently did the Origin 20, which is more of a lighter gain, more of like a, I want to say like they're like more traditional, like, plexi style or whatever, like those
a cleaner.
Yeah, it's like where it's like the kind of crank it up to get the gain. But I'm like, I want a JCM 900, 2000, something. I'm like something with like the Marshall gain that you're used to, like the punk rock type shit. Everybody grabs an 800, 900, 2000. Those are your Marshalls that you grab for punk rock and metal. Get one of those, but 25 watts.
That'd be cool.
Head
is the same size or what?
Make it a little smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, make it like, smaller, or 15 size for Orange, like that kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Make it the Origin size because you already have the chassis. Just put like a different fucking like, amp in there and you're ready to go. It's like get like a higher gain amp because Marshall is the high gain type of deal too. But most people most people are going to Friedman. Friedman can do it with like the Runt 20 and stuff like that. Or like, the Pink Taco or whatever, their amps. Because they're basically doing
fucking names on those things. So the BEs.
Yeah, the Brown Eye.
Brown Eye and Pink Taco. God damn it.
They're kind of dumb.
Like if I was 15 and I had enough money, I'd be,
You ever seen Dave Friedman? He's like the type of dude that's like,
yeah, I'm so clever. No, I'm sure he's a good guy. I mean, just look at his products. It seems like.
I mean, he does good stuff, but the names are dumb. But the thing is, it works because he's like, he mentioned on one of his like a podcast he was on. He was like said like, we do stupid names because I think they're funny and cool. But like, guess what? People talk about them.
Yeah.
People are doing the marketing for me. Thank you.
keep my name in your mouth.
He's like, oh, I said pink taco, and people were like, that's offensive. That's stupid. I mean, he's like, well, thanks for talking about my product. It's like
that would piss him off even more.
He's like, you did the marketing for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But yet again, I'm like, Friedman's doing it, but they're doing it for a boosted up price.
Yeah.
Like Marshall, I'm like, they're taking your name, they're taking the rock from you and running with it. I'm like, just do it yourself. Like you can just, get all the glory. So I think Marshall could do that with like a JCM style. 900, 2000, 800, something. But you got one.
Yeah. Ampeg. It'd be cool to see like them really succeed, I guess, in the mini head market, like have smaller, lighter heads that rely on, I don't know, maybe have some tube, but
yeah, I mean, they
digital.
Yeah, I mean, we have like,
but they actually work.
We have Mark Base, we have Trace Elliott, we have Orange doing these smaller head market, and it's like, Ampeg kind of did that with the Portaflex, but it did not really land.
Well,
and
now
I was
now they're owned by Yamaha, and
they got a little bit more money behind them, maybe
more cheese and cheddar.
Yeah, so they can maybe do, some of that more digital type of deal. Yeah. So maybe they can get like
Yamaha would want to do that.
I think mid-level, gig worthy and like pro gig worthy small amps, because like even the pros want small gear.
Yeah,
because
I get it. It'd be nice to have like a 2 rack, or not even just like a. Like, what's that one acoustic size? What's the little tiny acoustic head?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Something like that, maybe a little bit bigger.
Maybe like a 1 rack space or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Just like
I
digital.
I bet it could be done.
Like, even if they did like a rack space deal, but like 1 space, and then you can be like, oh, I can have that with my, wireless or something. Boom, you can get a
conditioner or something.
Yeah, you can get a 2-space rack. Boom, done. Everything's in there.
You wouldn't even need a power conditioner with something like that.
Yeah,
you could probably have a built-in one.
You can get like a channel strip, or like even your SVT3 has a courtesy outlet. You can do like, oh, I do my wireless into my courtesy outlet, and then boom, done. Everything's in there. You can just like load a 2-space rack. Or if you do the mini head style, like the Mark Base, or the Trace Elliott style.
Yeah.
I mean, PB, is doing it. Why can't Ampeg? I mean, they're the ones who are like, you think of bass amps, Ampeg's the one.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see how that works. But
Ampeg hasn't done anything new since they've been owned from Yamaha. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
Yeah.
Because now the company was kind of like, oh, we got a couple bullshit pedals.
They made like compressor. They've had that scrambler for a bit, and then they had the optical compressor last year.
Yeah, it's like, cool. This is some cool bullshit that you guys got, and nobody gave a fuck, right?
There's like 4 dudes employed by them in the States, probably.
Well, this is the one last one to cap it off. How about that?
Okay.
We wanted to do, we've been barking this so many times, and I think we need to throw it out into the cosmos just to get it out.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, somebody's going to hear us out there. MXR.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a MXR Carbon Copy Mini.
That's the one. Everybody knows it. We have been begging. We've been screaming for it. They've been doing like the Sugar Drive. They've been doing like the
fuzz. This year was the 108 fuzz. They did a mini. They had the sub-octave. This is from the Bass Innovations, but still MXR.
They did like even the small like mini like power supplies.
Yeah. So this would be like, I'm sure it would be a 4-knob analog delay still.
They want to always like improve upon what they've done.
Yeah. If you notice, when they make a mini pedal, usually they add more shit to it than the original one had, which is kind of cool. They want you to buy it.
Yeah, like the Phase 95 is a bigger, better deal than a Phase 90.
Yeah.
Even though it's physically smaller.
Yeah. It's got more in its, it packs bigger punch, I would say. But they would probably want to do the same thing with this. Yeah, so maybe a tap tempo on like a soft switch or something.
Okay, like on, off kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe once it's already on, got it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'd probably want to pack as much as you could from the Carbon Copy Deluxe in there.
Yeah, I mean, because like I know on the Carbon Copy they have like trim pots and shit for the modulation, so they probably do modulation on the front.
Yeah,
and then like your other 3 knobs on there, right?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
I think that's what they should do. But I'm like, honestly, like we keep calling it out every fucking NAMM, but you guys should like let MXR know.
Yeah,
that this is what we're begging for. This is what we want. What about stuff that we want to see at NAMM this year? We have like, some things that are on the list. We got a checklist going this year. Last time it was just like fucking go, but this time we have like a checklist. We have a honeydew list.
I'd like to stop by Jennings. That'd be cool.
Yeah, with Chad over there.
I have to figure out where he's at, but yeah, we've been talking back and forth. He's like, "Hey, you guys going to NAMM?" I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these people like they post it on their social media, so you can check it out.
Yeah. What about Kevin? He's going to be there, right?
Yeah, Kevin Equitz from Equitz Guitars. I talked to him. He's going to have a couple guitars over at the T1 Picks. I think they have a booth. Or like
they're like stainless or
they're stainless
picks,
steel
right?
picks. So they're like metal guitar picks, but they're not like thick like a lot of brass picks. They're thin.
Fucking thin.
Yeah, actually. They're really tiny.
And they have texture on them, right?
Yeah, so you can like grip them better, I guess. It's like you can get that grip. And
so the sweat just pours right through it.
For the speed, speed pick that you normally do. And I think he's got a couple guitars there, so I think it's kind of cool to check out T1 Picks, because I think I've like heard about them for a while, and like I know like Kevin's like homies with them, and they do like bass picks, guitar, jazz picks, like different like style picks. I'm like, I kind of want to check these type of picks out. So I'm like, and Kevin's going to be there, so that's going to be kind of cool. And I was thinking, friend of the show, Copper Sound.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're doing. I want to see their new Loma Prieta. Is that how you pronounce it? Their new tremolo they're coming out with. I think it just started dropping to stores this week, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have it at NAMM,
They better.
Yeah, I want to check that bad boy out. So that's one thing. And it's like, I want to, meet Alex in person. He's such a big supporter of all these podcasts and stuff like that. I think like it's going to be cool, to meet him and hang out with him and see what they have going on. And like a lot of their stuff that they have, I've been a big fan of. We've tried some of them out. They've sent them to the Flip and Flippers. So we got to try, their chorus, reverb, drives and stuff like that. And, it's cool. I own, and it's on my board, is the Gravity Bomb. I love that. It's like a preamp boost. Like it's actually like a, always on pedal for me nowadays. I'm like, so I'm loving what they're putting out. So I'm excited to just try out that tremolo.
Yeah. I want to try out that Daedalus a little more.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And a couple more like honorable mentions for me is I want to see, Jason Fuzzmonger told me about the Strandberg. They're going to be there. And I think we've talked shit about like the headless guitars. We've done it before, but I want to actually give them a real fucking go. And, it may or may not be because like, there's like an anime that has a signature model coming out from Strandberg that I wanted to go.
Wait, is it going to be a real guitar or is it just in the...
No,
actual...
it's funny because like season 1 of the show is called, take this for what it is. It's called Bang Dream.
Oh.
Easy does it, cowboy.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah. So the show is called Bang Dream. It's from like a game, like, like a tap game called Bandori. Like they have like different, like 5 different bands and stuff like that. And so the show is about those different bands and them getting together and playing shows and stuff like that. And the first band, they were... How many people were in this? Is it like, would you say it's enough people to form like a gang? Maybe. I mean, there's like 5 people per band or so. And
there's a gang bang dream.
Oh, Jesus. So this is a family-friendly podcast. It's not.
No, it's not.
Don't let your families listen to this.
My family doesn't listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, the show, they have like different bands, like quote unquote bands, and like one of them, the first one was sponsored by ESP, they had legit ESP models out for the band. And in Japan, like, you know, Japanese made ESPs for this band. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, that's kind of like a funny, cool idea. I'm like, the fact that there's like legit, like I have a guitar pedal that's made from, you know, made for K-On, you know, the band Hokago Tea Time.
Yeah.
You know, that show. I'm like, the fact that there's actual guitars, and I'm like, the fact that Strandberg is now in the mix, they're like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that's kind of cool. So I want to try them out, not just to try out if they do or do not have the anime model, but I legit want to try the Enduro neck. Like, it's like that flat trapezoidy neck that they have. And I'm like, I know it's supposed to be like scientifically like better feeling and playing, that you don't even know that it's there, and headless and whatever. I'm like, I want to try it out. So they have some cool stuff. What about you? What else you want to check out?
I just want to try. Was a local boy there? Was it Tsunami Cables? We've been trying to get something together. Now we'll link up and we'll hang out and we'll see what's going on there. Yeah,
we've been trying to hang out with them for a while now.
He does like custom cables. He does some crazy stuff.
Yeah, they got custom cables. They also got like a new bass preamp. So I think that would be really cool to check out. Yeah. So like, they got some new stuff, and it's like the fact that they're local, they're pretty close. They're really into the music scene here in San Diego. And it's funny because like they're so close yet so far that we have to go check them out.
Yeah. And then of course, like maybe some of the bigger manufacturers that are still considered boutique. Just kind of see some pedals they launched this year, like
definitely
maybe like Earthquaker, Walrus, and JHS.
Yeah, and like Wampler. I really want to see what Wampler has, and like that. I'm Strymon, all of them. I'm like, I want to see what they all have. I'm like, I think like the smaller guys. I'm like, I'm always like, the basement is the big deal. I love going down there. The basement is like, those are the small guys. Those are the ones that are doing like the crazy shit that you want to fucking see.
Yeah, well, mainly like I just want to like hang out and see friends that we talk to.
Yeah, it's
online,
like online, and
good.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest deal. So if there's anything that you guys think we should check out, let us know. Instagram, Facebook, let us know like who we need to check out, and we will be there. We're gonna do some podcasts. We're gonna do a lot more podcasts this year on the floor. We're gonna do I think more Instagram content. We're gonna fuck the video thing. We're just going to do pictures. Yeah. We're going to do, podcast, and let's hit them up. Let us know who we need to check out. And I think that's about it.
Oh man, actually, I'm stoked to check out the drum room.
No, fuck that. Fuck.
Really looking forward to that.
I want to check out this way the cymbal sounds. It sounds like blah, 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 blah. Or does this one sound like blah, 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 blah? Like, cool. Thank God you guys paid so much money to fucking be here. But I still want to get those drumstick keychains.
Yeah, grab another one.
Yeah. All right. You ready to close this one out, Kyle?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you guys want to follow along on the social medias, you can. Just follow along at the Tone Jerks. And if you guys want to go on the Facebook group, you guys can just search the Tone Jerks and you will find us. And if you guys really like what you hear, you guys can help support us on Patreon. And the Patreon is actually really helping us go to NAMM. We are
thank you.
Really, really, really thankful. It's helping, support our hotel. It's helping support getting us actually trying to be like a real legit thing. Business cards and stickers. We have those ordered, so we're getting those out, out to NAMM, and we're going to get those out to the Patreon subscribers and pledgers.
If we see you, we'll give you some shit.
We will, we'll send you guys stuff too. But if you guys want to help support the show, like I said, you guys can do so on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. For $2 a month, you guys can get an extra episode every week. We're going to record it, and you guys are going to listen to it. It's going to be good. But just for supporting the show, we're going to read your name out. Kyle, you have a list?
I got a list, and I got a different order this time. So
yeah, you're going to give it to me, baby.
All right, I have Abe Newman, Adam Rohr, Andrew Walsh, Brett Alexander, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers, Doug Christ, Doug Gann, and Doug King. We have Digger from Fatfoot Effects, Jamie Davis, Jason Fuzzmonger, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Joseph from Like My Pedals, Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars. We have Leon from Pelican Noiseworks, Bruce Banana, Michael Newman, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring, Sean Fahey, Steve Mike, Stephen Conradi, Will Lehue. And we got a new one.
Oh, we got a newcomer this week.
Whoa!
Coming at you over the airwaves.
Oh! This is Colin Smith.
Yes, so, it's a new one. We actually we kind of racked our brains for a little bit. We don't know who this person is. He's not in the group. I don't think he's on Instagram.
They're pretty tight though. Pretty cool dude.
And it's pretty fucking cool. So he's joining us on Patreon, and give him a shout out. He wants to hear the new exclusive content, and we like that. We're giving it to you, Colin. We're giving it to everybody on Patreon, and everybody else who's not supporting us. It's fine. You listen to this. We love you. We will see you next week. We will be at NAMM, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya. Here we go. Gonna fade out. Here we go.